What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Sonya Massey's KILLER has officially been found guilty of her MURDER a little more than a year after he shot and unalived her. Sean Grayson, a former sheriff's deputy in Illinois, was just found guilty of second-degree MURDER after a trial that lasted a little more than a week. The jury began deliberations Tuesday morning and returned the verdict this afternoon. Grayson was arrested in July of last year after he unalived Massey, who had called 911 in the first place about a possible prowler lurking outside her home. Horrific body cam footage came out in the aftermath of the incident, which showed the conversation taking a deadly turn after Massey turned off a burner on her stove and brought a pot of boiling water over to the sink. With another deputy looking on, Grayson loses his cool and tells her repeatedly to drop the pot before stepping around the counter and unloading his gun in her face. The Sangamon County Sheriff's Office later fired Grayson, who claimed he feared Massey meant to throw the boiling water at him. Famed civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represented Sonya's family, told us he and Sonya's father, James Wilburn, weren't buying Grayson's excuse after the body cam footage was released. The family has since secured a $10 million civil lawsuit settlement connected to her death. I mean, that seemed like a lifetime ago now when I think about it, man, that incident. But it was just a year and a half ago, I guess. Not quite a year and a half ago, but somewhere around a year and a half ago. And I was totally disturbed by the video footage. And to be quite honest with you, had there not been body cam footage, I think he would have gotten away with it. It's been a while since I've seen the video footage, but one thing that I do remember, that the first thing that floated in my mind was Grayson, he seemed very intent on causing some sort of, first of all, like he was looking for something to cause the suspicion of, I don't know if I want to say he was trying to arrest her, or he was looking for something almost like to get her on. And then secondly, it's like he was trying to find some reason to come inside. He was trying to find some reason to come inside her home to do something to her. That was the main thing I noticed. Then when he flipped that switch with the pot situation, I think he literally was looking for something. He was looking for some reason to do something to this person. And he found that opportunity when she went over to turn the pot off from boiling the water. I think she was cooking. I think she might have been preparing tea or something. Then people say, oh, well, she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's an expression. That's an old Southern expression when somebody says something that's just, just stupid. And this is even most people who try to play that game, always blaming who in these situations, even most of them say, okay, even though they try to downplay it, yeah, okay, this is a cop that, okay, we can't defend this one. He acted stupid. Because on the one hand, you tell her to drop the pot. How can she drop a boiling pot? She can't. Then it's going to splash all over her. Plus, this is a small woman. And she was probably about 15 feet away from him. 15 to 20 feet away from him. She had no intent on throwing the pot of water on him. He just did that because I think he wanted some excuse to do what he wanted to do. If you remember, an article I just read from, which is on TMZ, didn't even mention this. He had previous instances of abuse of authority. This wasn't his first time. This was his most severe consequence. I mean, this was his most extreme action. But he had a history of doing these types of things. So he was looking for, to me, from looking at that video, it's been a while. I think it's a 30-minute video or something like that. But from looking at that video, it's very disturbing. And it's terrible. And after he did what he did to her, he was trying to look for a cover-up, a cover story. And they probably would have had a very convincing cover story if it wasn't for the fact that the other officer, that's another point I need to make. Grayson did not have his body cam on. The other officer had his body cam on. So Grayson turned his body cam off. Why? Because people like him like to prey on the weak. They prey on the elderly. They prey on women. This woman probably was 5'4", maybe $110. She posed no physical threat. Grayson is 6 foot goddamn 4, 240 pounds look like, 230 at the least. She posed no threat to this man. So even you still had some of those disgusting, vile, you know what's trying to pull that card, but it wasn't enough this time. And for once, although it came at the expense of this woman's life, justice was served. Now, some people say, oh, she was rambling and all of that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm tired of people looking for excuses to justify certain people being unalived by savages. Okay? For once, it's even to a point now where I don't even want to say that this guy was just a RACIST. I don't even want to say he's that. Some of these people are just savages, man. Some of these guys become cops because, or get in positions of authority because they want to inflict harm. They've had some type of psychological trauma in their life, and they want to go out and seek vengeance upon the world. But they do it in their minds within the margins of the code of conduct within their world, or the code of conduct within being a cop. And like I said, if that other police officer did not have his body cam on, I'm certain that this woman's family would not have gotten justice. But anyway, that's all I got to say on this one, man. Rest in peace to S0NYA Massey. To hell with this piece of scum. Tell me what you guys think.